101 delegations from different countries, international organizations, and 84 signatories of the final communiqué. Most analysts called the Global Peace Summit, which took place in Switzerland in June 15th and 16th, a diplomatic success for Kyiv. But what's next? At the current stage, when Russia is still demanding that Ukraine refuse to join NATO and its armed forces leave 4 Ukrainian regions, it makes no sense to include the aggressor country in the peace process, Ukrainian diplomats said. But sooner or later, it will have to be done.
The idea is that the next summit should be the end of the war, and of course we need the other side at the negotiation table. It is obvious that both sides are needed to end the war. Mine and our job is to ensure that Ukraine is in the strongest position at this time. We understand perfectly well that there will come a moment when we will have to talk to Russia, but our position is very clear. We will not allow Russia to speak the language of ultimatums. Dmytro Kuleba, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, at the Global Peace Summit.
The top topics of the first summit are nuclear safety, food security, and the return of all Ukrainians captured and deported by Russia. In order to implement these points of the peace formula and now the elements of the joint communiqué of the peace summit participants, working groups will be created under the leadership of one of the states. They will have to form a certain action plan to implement them.
This is a common vision. It requires creating action plans that will be implemented in a certain way. And there are several options here regarding the second summit. Either we bring these action plans to the second summit, present it and hand it over to the Russian Federation, or we continue to work on the next points.
When the plan is ready and every step is developed, then we can start preparing for the second peace summit, possibly with the participation of Russian representatives, Volodymyr Zelensky said. According to him, Ukraine does not have a lot of time to work on it, so the preparation will take months, not years.
These people only understand force. I see only 2 ways: strengthening of the battlefield and simultaneously strengthening international relations. You ask whether Russia will be at the second summit. It will say that they want peace. Their presence at the summit will say that they have decided to end the war. I don't want to play with words. They decided, or the world made them decide. We are fighting for peace, but for us it is the results that matter. The result is the end of the war.
It is not yet known where exactly the second peace summit will take place, but there are already a number of countries that have expressed a desire to host the event. It is not ruled out that Saudi Arabia or United Arab Emirates could host the event. Switzerland is also ready to host the summit for the second time.
Our support for the forum will continue. We will ensure that the negotiations continue and that we immediately organize further meetings, for example, at the technical level, as was envisaged in the 3 important topics that were discussed, and we will continue to be involved in the discussions, and we will certainly be ready to organize a meeting in Switzerland if that is requested.
The dates of the second summit are also yet to be determined. Earlier, Bloomberg News Agency reported that the next event could be held in autumn 2024. The information of the media. Swiss Foreign Ministry confirmed the information of the media. The second peace summit may take place before the presidential election in the United States, said the Foreign Ministry of the country. The US presidential election is scheduled for November 2024, which means that the next summit is likely to take place within the next 5 months. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Valeria Nekopelova, UATV News.